So for most of the day, I told myself I wasn't going to do a video. Um, I tend to reflect a lot on myself and things I can work on a daily basis. Nobody's perfect, and today I just kind of feel drained a little bit. It takes courage and energy for me to talk about things, because I do wear my heart on my sleeve. I like I'm a writer, so normally I like to write things. I write poetry and things like that to kind of like, in not so many words, express how I'm feeling. And, even though I'm wanting to start to write a memoir, I feel that, maybe I need to put writing down for a little bit. And it's sad because I love to write and I really feel like I can express myself a lot with writing. However, because I'm at a place where I'm encouraging people to talk face to face, and when I say people, I mean myself. I'm always self-critical and checking myself and my emotions and how I'm feeling, and then I express them in hope that if other people are going through the same thing, it can help them. So I'm always everything I say or do is always, I'm always looking at myself in the mirror. Um, so today, I kind of feel like I'm at this place of just talking about, apologizing or being sorry for something. And I did some self reflection, of course, on apology and apologizing. And I feel like if someone is talking about, apologizing, or maybe somebody out there is hoping that someone will apologize to them, um, I feel like just even thinking about it, it could be one of two things. Either I'm feeling sorry or wanting to apologize to somebody, or I'm seeking an apology for somebody because I'm at a place prepared to forgive them. And that's not saying that, with apology, you expect forgiveness. I'm not saying that one bit, because when you really come to a place of apology and being remorseful about something, that also comes without expectation, if you know what I mean. In other words, if I go and apologize to somebody, in order for me to do it from a sincere heart, I can't expect them to forgive me. And that's just, to me, what apology really, the heart of an apology is, without expectation. Um, so with that, um, in all of this, I'm not going to go into depth about my personal experience with this and what recent events have taught me about myself. So I'm going to talk about this without explaining that part of it, because it's really kind of personal, and it has, it has a lot to do with just somebody on somebody else in a personal situation. But I will use like my family and my children as examples. So looking at it from a personality point of view, for many years growing up and into my adulthood, I looked for apologies from my parents. Um, and because I was ready to forgive them, I was ready to say, hey, I forgive you. And for a long time, I had to come to terms with it. This might not ever happen. Um, and then even as I got older, like in my 30s, I was like, maybe I need to finally express to my parents what they did to hurt me, and hope with that I will get an apology from them, so that I can get that behind us. When it comes to people that we love or that love us and we care about, it's super important to, for one, if they don't realize that they didn't. Sometimes they don't realize they hurt you. Really, they don't. Especially going back to what I was talking about last night. Hurt people hurt others. Excuse me. And that sometimes they do it, they're either associating it with love, they don't realize what they're doing, or they're projecting and they don't realize what they're doing. They just don't know that they're hurting you, and that's valid. So, if you really care about somebody and they haven't, it's been a while since, or it's been a while since they caused pain and they haven't apologized, maybe they just really don't know that they hurt you, and that's very true. It could be very true. So, got off on a tangent there, but being able to sincerely apologize to somebody, the main thing is that it comes without conditions. It can't be, I'm sorry, but, or I'm sorry if, or I'm sorry, only if, there can't be conditions, and it can't be followed with invalidating their feelings or justifying the hurt that you caused. To me, and to, counselors, people that just know what sincere apologies look like, it can't come with conditions or expectations. And another really important thing to remember when it comes to apologizing to somebody is changed behavior. And this was a hard lesson for me, too, is, with my heart, I was truly sorry. But in my mind, there was still I'm always rationalizing, or I'm always trying to find the logic in things, and that's just part of my personality. And if I don't find it, then I'm constantly looking for it. So, with that, and then an apology, it's like, okay, I'm sorry I did this, but why did I do that? Or, what caused me to hurt somebody in such a way? And then I'll start thinking of different things, whether or not that person is actually, has any, whether or not they caused any of it. It could just be like, for example, with my kids, I'm sorry that I did this, but this is what your Grammy or your Guido did to me, and that's why I did that. That's not going to work either. And I've realized that, my behaviors and my projection and infliction of pain onto my children is my fault, not my mom's, not my dad's. That's why I love that old Chinese proverb that says, there's a couple of quotes in it, or a couple of statements, but the last one is, he who blames no one has made it. So, I can blame other people. I have a far way to go. I can blame myself, and I'm halfway there. But if I blame nobody, then I've made it. And I that goes along with, reasons for apologizing. Just realizing that you hurt somebody, and you want to sincerely apologize for that hurt. It speaks volumes, and you have no conditions tied to it. And it goes for any relationship, whether it's a friendship or a love relationship, or relationship with your kids, your parents. An apology should be felt. I feel like if you really care about somebody, that's something that you need to do with them face to face. And it takes a lot of courage. It really does. But you'd be surprised at, you know, willing to, once you get to that place of realizing that your apology is heartfelt, the other person will know, and hopefully they will forgive you. And we're at 10 minutes, and I wanted to talk about something else, but I don't think, that goes along with apology. But I don't think that I'm going to have time to do that. Just know that, apologies or being sorry should never come with an expectation. It's important to apologize to somebody with sincerity, face to face. And just one more thing, I have a little bit to say about this. I've learned that with my kids, to when I apologize to them, it's not simply I'm sorry or apologize, but I add to the apology why I'm apologizing to them. Like, for instance, if I have an argument with my son, I'll, calm down and I'll say I'm sorry. And then I'll say I'm sorry for, arguing with you, getting loud with you, being angry with you. I'm sorry. And then it's usually, okay, Mom, I love you. And we love, always saying we love each other. It's super important. And then maybe even saying, I'm going to do my best to try not to, or I'm going to do my best to not yell at you. And also encourage my kids, if they say I'm sorry to me. Especially those that I really am not as close to with, as close as I would be with my children. Like if I had an old family member that came to me and they wronged me in the past, and they just come up and they say, I'm sorry, I'll ask them, what are you sorry for? Tell me why you're apologizing to me. And I think that's very pivotal, because you want them to know that what they did hurt you, but now that they've come to a place of apology and sincerity in that, it gives a lot of room for forgiveness. So, but anyway, I'm at 13 minutes. Oh my goodness, I gotta work on that. But I hope this resonates with somebody, with whoever listens to this. I think it's super important, and I believe it's extremely important for, us as a society to learn to realize what we do to hurt others, and get it right. And that's where it starts. And then you have to give yourself that same love that you give others. If you're sorry, then you have to forgive yourself too. I'm sorry for what I did to myself in this, because I can't express how important it is. To me, it's more important in a lot of ways to forgive yourself for things that you do to other people, or it's just as important as it is. Because when you forgive yourself, it makes it easier to work on your healing and to change your behaviors. So anyway, if I've wronged anybody, I sincerely apologize. And if I don't know what that is, then please tell me, because, I'm always working on myself. Everything is always a reflection of myself. I always look to myself to see where I could change and make myself a better person. And I think it's important, because none of us are perfect. So, good night.